I'm Polly Magill. This is part of the UMI Music Interview series with UMI. How are you doing today? How are you doing today, UMI?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you. I want to start with saying I love your music. I've been listening to you since 2019 when I think Love Affair came out. Um, I do remember that song. I was listening earlier, just refreshing my memory, and I just remembered this song. I was like, this is such a great track. Um, And then I was listening to your album as well, which again is really, really cool. Do you want to tell the listeners a bit about the album you've just released? What's the story behind it? What sort of music are you producing on that album?
Yes. So, hi everyone. I just dropped an album called People Stories. I called it People Stories because all the songs on the album are based on stories that my fans and my loved ones have told me. So, for this album, I got to be a little storyteller. Every time I went to the studio, I asked my fans to send me a message, like send me a story. I said, send me a story of your heartbreak, send me a story of a happy memory. I would take all these stories, I'd pick one that like really felt like inspiring to me, and I would turn it into a song. So, this album is all about the human experience and what it feels like to be alive in 2025. And I think what I learned from making this album is that we all live the same life. Like everyone who's listening, and you, Polly, and me, like we probably are kind of going through the same thing at the same time, but in our own unique way. And I think sometimes we feel really lonely or crazy because we're like, am I the only one who's depressed? Am I the only one who has no idea what I'm doing with my life? Am I the only one who like wants to go home? You know, all those things. But like, if we ask each other a few more questions, we can find less loneliness through our shared experiences. So that was one of my goals with the album, is to remind people of that.
That's really cool. I didn't know that about the album. I quite like the concept. Would you call it like a concept album? I know that word gets bandied around a lot with albums with a particular theme, songs that tell a story or that sort of thing. Would you call it a concept album?
I would call it a concept album, especially because I had the concept before I started making it, versus EPs like Love Language with my song, which my song Love Affair is on. Like that one was more of like the songs came first and the concept came next. So yeah, this one I knew going in what it was going to be about.
That's cool. Musically, a lot of the tracks on the album, from Familiar Friend, I really like that song. It sounded quite different sonically, like to a lot of your other music. Can you explain some of the musical influences, maybe on that song in particular, or some of the other songs? Because it felt a little bit more techy, sort of techno-ish sounds on there somewhere.
Yeah, I think this album, well, that song in particular, I wanted to make more of a dancey song just
Yeah.
because like I wanted to dance on stage, and I feel like I didn't write a song yet to like give that like
Yeah.
that vibe. And my little sister is like a huge raver. She loves to rave, and I wrote that song about her and for her in a way. And I feel like she loves like Fred again, and like she likes all these people probably that I can't even name off the top of my head. But she was just been sending me a bunch of dance records, so I channeled that into that song. And the album as a whole is inspired heavily by like a lot of my early 2000s influences, from like Gwen Stefani to Destiny's Child and Aaliyah, to like Lily Allen. It's like me showing people like this is all the type of music I grew up on. This is all the type of music I like to make. And I really wanted to expand what Umi means beyond just R&B. Yeah, I'm such a free spirit, and I don't like to be like boxed in ever. So to me, this was like a gift to myself too, to be like, what can you make without any rules?
That was sort of my next question. What sort of genre would you put yourself in? Would you want to put yourself in a genre? Because, on Spotify, you may be thrown into a playlist that you may not identify with yourself. What are your thoughts on that when curators of playlists and stuff put you in a specific genre or a playlist, of something that you maybe don't agree with? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people put me in a lot of R&B and or alt R&B playlists, and I think a lot of it's just because I'm black, and so it's like easy to identify me in that way. And I think that genres can be helpful because they can help people who like certain type of music find more artists, but I also think they're limiting because human beings are genreless beings. Like we can't define ourselves in a couple words, and music being like the most infinite creation form, like you can't really put any of it in a box. And I think that because of that, music is starting to really blur genre lines now more than ever. I think I've just had to come to accept that whether I like genres or I don't like genres, they're going to exist. But I would consider myself to be a genre bending, blending artist, and this album, it can't even be put in one category. It's like so many things at once. And then the next album I'm gonna make, maybe I'll make one specific genre. Like I'd rather be able to go project, moment by moment and choose the sound that resonates with me. But I do have a hard time with it. It does piss me off a lot. Like I'll go on tangents in my own head about how I'm like, why am I an all R&B girl? Like I feel like that limits what I do. Like I don't make all R&B. I make pop music. I make um, rock inspired R&B music. Like I don't like being othered because of it. But I don't know. I'm making peace with it because it's beyond my control.
Okay, cool. Um, I like that sort of thing, not putting yourself in a box. And I feel a lot of the time, like you said, playlists, people who curate these sorts of things do tend to pigeonhole you. In a similar vein, do you feel like, as a female person of color in the music industry, do you think that pigeonholes you as well? Or do you feel like you have room to express yourself or have a voice that is sort of unheard? What are your sort of thoughts on that?
Hmm. I think I do. I think that uh, despite those systems, I'm very much myself, and I think that like anything that it means to be stereotypically my identity, I definitely don't fall into it just naturally. Probably also because I grew up half black, half Japanese, and also in the middle of a forest, in the middle of nowhere. Like I just grew up very like kind of non-typically as a whole. So I feel that I express that, and I hope that I can hold space for people who feel like they don't fit in, they fit somewhere in between places. Which I think is low key everybody. Like everybody's kind of all like everybody's
That's what
awkward,
the album
everybody's
speaks to.
weird, you
Yeah.
know?
Mm.
Um, yeah, so I think I do. I think I do stay true to who I am. And I think it is tough sometimes because I think genres exist for consumerism and for capitalism so that we can sell and box these things. But like music can, I just really do think that music is not something that you can actually sell in these simple, like it's not a simple boxable productable thing. It's a non-tangible form. So because they're trying to take this thing that can't really be sold and trying to sell it, I think we have to create these genres and boxes. But I try my best to break it and like do my own thing and like still be successful in it.
Cool. Um,
Mhm.
my next question for you is, I see you're touring in the US at the moment, in North America. Where are we looking forward to playing the most, and where are we looking forward to playing the least?
Hmm. Well, I actually also announced that I'm going to be coming to London in April, so I'll also be performing here. Well, since I'm in the UK right now, I'm actually really looking forward to coming back because being here is so inspiring to me. There's something in the air here. There's something in like, there's just something here that I haven't been here in so long that I forgot. And now I'm back and I'm like, I need to move here. So I'm excited for that to be able to feel the air again. I'm least excited. Nah, I'm not even least excited, but maybe I'm most nervous for the LA show because like sometimes the LA show can feel like there's just so much expectation and so much of the industry is there. So I'm like nervous and excited. But it's the last show on my tour in the US, so it'll already be like clockwork by then. So I
Yeah,
think it'll be my
it'll be
easiest show.
fun.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We kind of, I told you I wasn't going to keep you for very long. We kind of finish our interviews by asking you, first of all, what's your dream festival lineup? If you could think of five artists for us, living or deceased, who would you have play at your festival? Five artists, living or dead. You can think about that one while you answer the next one if you want to, or if you know the answer.
I feel like I know the answer. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
go,
go off the top of
go.
my head. I would want Michael Jackson, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, SZA, and Kendrick, and Janae,
Oh,
and and Bjork.
and Bjork. Yeah. That's a great lineup. It's one of my favorites. Um, and then lastly, well, sort of lastly, two things. Um, who would you say we should all be listening out for? Is there any artist either supporting you or you're supporting that you think that people should listen out to more?
Mm. Well, I just announced the openers for my show, and I'm supported by people that I'm a big fan of. So check out my openers in the North America leg. I don't even want to, I love all them.
Yeah,
Yeek is someone I've been a long time collaborator with, so I'd be like, everybody go listen to him and everyone else who's opening. And outside of that, this artist named Q. I'm a huge fan of Q. Y'all should listen to it. If you got good taste in music, you will understand. And then this other artist named Anastasia, a huge fan of her as well. And she makes folk music, and her voice is crazy.
cool. And lastly, this is your space now to plug anything you need to plug: shows, gigs, albums, music, anything. Go.
Oh, okay. First of all, follow me on socials at Umi is UMI is. Yeah, I make really fun posts. You can follow my YouTube because I just drop music videos for most of the songs on the album. And if you love if you're inspired by like MTV, all of them have like an MTV inspiration to them. They're like really cool videos. Check out my website, whoisumi.com, for all my tour dates, as well as a link to my meditation app. If you're interested in getting into meditation, I actually just dropped a meditation course on there on how to meditate. And especially if you're an artist, I think that meditation will is like a secret, is like a secret, what's the word? Shortcut to discovering your artistry. So yeah, check that out. And I hope to see you on the road. I'm coming to the UK in April, and it's like gonna be an experience, not just a show. It's an experience. So come see me.
Cool. That's great. I will come see you in London.
It's gonna
Really
be so
fun.
fun.
I'll be there. um, Lovely speaking to you. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope it's not too busy. And also the weather. I don't know what it's like in London right now, but it's kind of sunny in Yorkshire at the minute.
Uh, it's like sunny, cloudy. It's
Yeah.
nice. I like it's hot in LA and it's not fall yet, so I get to bust out my fall outfits.
You're from Seattle, aren't you?
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
What's the
So
weather?
it's actually very similar.
Is it
Seattle
very
weather is
similar? Okay.
gloomy, rainy,
Mm.
and the lot.
Well, it was lovely speaking to you. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Thank you, Polly. Thank you for this interview. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.